Connor Shaw. Who?
Do you want that as your lock of the week?
Dylan Gabriel's not the guy. He's a 5'10", 5'11" left-handed quarterback. The odds are stacked against him. Jay Dawg, welcome back in, of course. Another bet this and a special bet this for the ladies because the WNBA is back, baby. That's right. We've got WNBA back, lady basketball, and they're making some money this year. And we're going to try and make the bet heads some money this year on the WNBA.
They're making money. We're going to try to make sure that you're making money because, as Siege mentioned, the WNBA has 8 deals across the platforms. That's USA Network. That's Ion. That's the 4-letter network, the mothership. That's the 4-letter network is the mothership, as well as I think Prime as well. They're spreading the love, as they should. And this is the 30th season of the WNBA.
It is crazy to think about that because it doesn't feel like it just because of
they had some lean years.
The lack of growth up until recently, was like it was very stagnant, I should say.
It was. I mean, with Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, there was a little bit of growth there. And then Elena Deladon, a little bit of growth there. It was in spurts. When
I was younger, though, the WNBA's been around since I was a kid. When I was younger, I remember Lisa Leslie.
Yes.
Rebecca
Lobo.
One of the
Cheryl
legends.
Swoops.
So Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah.
I forgot about Cheryl Swoops. Yeah. Some legends there. So yeah, shouts out to the WNBA. That's going to be going on right now. And we're going to talk about that today on this edition of Bet This. But first, we want to open up the edition with talking football during the non-football season, something one of Jay Dawg's favorite pastimes. Loves talking about football when it's not the regular season.
Okay. No, I'm okay with this. Now we're getting to here's the thing. We're getting to the bones of the matter, the heart of the matter. Because now the schedules are out. Not,
just making wild predictions.
Conjecture. Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel. Did I mention Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel? Yeah. Anyway, Siege, we're getting closer to it. I'm okay with that. Plus UFL, which I'm totally okay with. I'm not tired talking UFL, which we're going to talk UFL later on. NFL schedule came out, and I like that they didn't leak stuff. They released a game here, a game there. Whereas in the past, it's been leaked.
Right.
A little different this time.
I don't like releasing a game here, a game there, or leaking it regardless.
What's the appetite?
I just
okay with that.
Want it all at once.
You want the main course?
Right. I just give it to me. Just give me the schedule.
He wants the filet mignon and the lobster, folks. He doesn't want the tiramisu.
Not only did I have to wait a week because, Monday it was here's first Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
And then
it's going to be Monday Night Football.
A Thanksgiving game.
That's right.
And stuff like that. I don't need that.
Who needs Chiefs Broncos on Monday Night Football? Well, apparently the 4-letter network
Not only did I have to deal with that, with them releasing a game a day, but then on Thursday, I had to wait until essentially midnight for them to release every schedule. So it's I have to wait just to see my team schedule until essentially Friday. It just give me the schedule. I got plans to make, games to go to. I want to know where I'm going this
wife
fall.
To
I've got to
help and
I've got
nurture and love.
I've got to coordinate my schedule around my wife and my football games.
Luckily, I have neither. I don't have a wife. I don't have a life. So I was okay with the Green Bay Packers releasing their schedule at 9 p.m. at night.
I was trying to get to bed. And I was stuck up trying
not bed.
I was trying to find out what games I'm going to be going to.
What you doing? What's up?
I think this year, J Dawg, right now, it's looking like I might be going to 2 games. Hopefully, I usually go to the Washington Eagles game in DC, in Maryland, but
in Landover. It's not DC yet. It will be.
But I don't think I'll be able to make that because I'm going to be in California around that time. Yeah. So right now it's looking like I potentially maybe a week 1 season opener. I've never done that before. And that's going to be in Philly. Mm-hmm. Might be going to the Washington Philly game there. And then, a little secret, if my dad is watching, he's going to get a little early secret. But I told him last year for Christmas, his Christmas present would be going to a game this year. So we're going to week 18 Eagles Giants.
Is that in the Meadowlands or is that in
the
Philly?
Meadowlands in January?
You sure you want to wear Eagles stuff?
I know. I'm gonna have to play it safe. I've got the military friendly Eagles jersey that usually people cut me some slack. Like in DC, they usually are a little nicer because it's not bright green.
This isn't DC where you're going, my friend.
I know. We'll have to see how it turns out.
You're going to Mike Troutville.
Any games that you're maybe thinking about?
Yes, I was thinking Ravens Browns. But apparently that's going to be like late in the season, which I'm not okay with. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to freeze my tuchus off. That's Hebrew for derriere. That's French for butt. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm contemplating going Christmas for the Bears and the Pack. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to Chicago on Christmas. I'm contemplating going to the Meadowlands on Indigenous Peoples Day weekend in October because we have that day off, that Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a buddy, as you know, Mike Murphy. He's a Jets diehard.
Oh, really?
Maybe we do Jets.
That's rugged.
And Browns on a Sunday.
The Rugged Bowl. Wow, that's a rugged football game.
And tickets will still be through the roof.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if they're good, bad, or indifferent.
Yes. Luckily,
I'm thinking about that.
I was looking at the tickets for the Eagles Giants in the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
Right now, if I buy pretty far out, they're pretty decent. Like they're not that expensive. The opener for Philly is so expensive. I looked at the tickets already, and it's like
it's going to come to the point where it's not what you know, it's who you know.
I'm gonna have
if you can find an in to get to the link.
I'm gonna have to do like layaway on my tickets. I'm gonna have to put these tickets on layaway.
Does that mean a kidney might have to be?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some sort of like arm or limb to give up to get to Philly. And
when that happens, it doesn't grow back. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see because. I'm pretty determined. I might be able to grow an arm back, but we'll have to see.
Well, you could also have the secondary market.
I also don't need the arm if I can see Philly in the link. I've never been to the link before, so
whereas I have not for Philadelphia Eagles football for WrestleMania 40, but that was 2 years ago. But again, that would be big. That would be big. Going to an opener is a big deal.
I know. Not as big as.
Oh, before you go,
yeah,
you'll love this. The Packers start off in Minnesota, right?
I didn't know that. I hadn't seen yet.
Guess who the Twins are playing right across the street?
Who? Or excuse me. The Guardians. I can't believe I said that.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm going to have to go. No, I'm just kidding. No.
The Guards here are the hosts of the Twins when the Packers play.
No. The Twins are
hosting the Guards. Excuse me. I had that
right
backwards.
down the street at Tarjay Field, you got US Bank Stadium at 425.
See, you got to go to that. I feel like you got to try and make your way to that. That would be incredible.
Well, remember,
have you been to Minnesota yet?
No. Remember, I've never been out. The only time zone I've been out was to California. I've never been to the Midwest. I was supposed to go to Chicago. Remember last year? But here's the thing, Siege. The week before that, I'm in Baltimore. My vacation time, I think, is starting to kind of wind down a little bit because I'm in New York in August. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do that.
Right.
So we'll see.
We'll have to see. Stick around for our football trips, and you can find it all on our social media on Bet This P, Bet This Pod. Search us on every platform.
Bet This P is X, and Bet This Pod is on Instagram. And he was derelict in his duty of posting the tchotchkes and the like. That's not going to be the case this weekend, Siege.
Yes.
Because I'm looking like a sexy beast in this thing.
We're going to get you the set, our outfits, and the locks and parlays, which we'll break down in a little bit. But
and
first,
what we got on the podium here.
Yeah, the set. We got the set. Yeah.
We get the set. We every week, we're switching it up. As you well know, when you're watching on YouTube, you'll have to figure it out when we're on the radio and paint the picture and on, of course, the podcast.
I think it's time to gather our thoughts here and kick off the start of the WNBA season. Jay Dawg, Are you ready? I know you're probably the biggest WNBA fan I know.
I was a big one back when it started in 1997. I watched one of the first games. You know what network they were on?
True TV or
there was
like
no
TV,
True TV back
like
then.
Turner, like TBS or something?
Lifetime.
Really? I think I knew that actually.
Television for women.
I think I knew that actually.
So after reruns of the Golden Girls,
you could catch.
You could watch a WNBA game between the New York Liberty and the Los Angeles Sparks.
Lisa Leslie throwing it down
Rebecca Lobo.
after Golden
right
Girls.
after cheesecake. After Sophia Petrillo zings her daughter Dorothy has some cheesecake. calls Rose Nyland an idiot and calls Blanche Dubois a lady of the evening.
We've got some matchups for you for the weekend, but the big excitement for this is as all bettors love is futures. It's
Absolutely.
it's all about futures because as sports fans, I know J Dawg probably will agree. We love to just make wild guesses in the dark.
How we doing with the Avs and the Carolina Hurricanes? We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, so we're gonna get down into some WNBA futures. J Dawg will break that down. Do you want to start with the slate of games we have first, or do you want to do futures first?
We'll do futures quickly because I'm telling you this right now. If you want to buy stock in the Dallas Wings, do it now because Paige Beckers is taking that next step. AZ Fudd, probably going to be the rookie of the year or within the discussion of the rookie of the year. The Dallas Wings gave the Indiana Fever all they could handle in the opener. Highest scoring opener in the history of the WNBA in the 30-year history.
Wow.
Buy stock in the Dallas Wings. Do it.
And welcome back, Bet Heads, to another edition of Bet This. We're in a special segment here in the middle of this edition of Bet This with our golf master, our golf pro, our local golf betting expert. It's Doc from Frank FM from 99 Won the Bone. Doc, how we doing? Welcome back.
Great. Thanks for having me on. Love it. Love talking golf, and it's finally becoming golf season around here. Which is
I
nice.
know. Last time we spoke with you was right around the Masters and getting ready for that. You had just gone to California, and I went out there. And
the weather was great in California.
Yeah, that was golfing weather there. We're just finally getting that now over here on the East Coast. But exciting golfing going on in the PGA world. Of course, big news with Liv essentially collapsing. And we're still in the midst of that. But at press time on this Friday, what is it? Is today the 15th? So this Friday, we are in the middle of the PGA Championship, Doc. What a great major, huh?
And welcome back, Donald Ross. Here we go again.
I know. So big thing to note is this year it is at Aronimink. Aronimink. So we are at this course, different from last year. Quail Hollow last year, of course, Scotty Scheffler being the winner there.
Yep.
Won by 5 strokes, and it was really the domination of the long game, those guys that could get the extra yardage off the tee last year. This year, this Donald Ross is more for precision golfers from what I see. But some of these precision golfers are already off to some slow starts, Rory and things like that.
Yeah, you're right. It's the length isn't as important as the distance is important, but it's the control, and then the short game really comes into play. And so look at the guys that are good from 150 in. We also have these famous Donald Ross turtleback greens. That means turtleback greens, basically he's famous for, they basically are high in the middle and they roll out all around. It's very difficult to get to the pins where they place them. And it's bent grass, so it's going to be an interesting. The putters are going to shine through, I think, this weekend.
Yes, and you and I talked earlier before the tournament started about how important like the GIR was this week.
Yep.
And being precise with your shots. So quick note for me is avoid DeChambeau. I avoid the guy who just likes to pipe it. Of course, he's toned up his game a little and changed it, but I'm going for more precise golfers.
I think a flyer, but maybe a long shot flyer on Bryson, but I don't think it's going to be as weak.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rahm, for the same reason, with the live stuff going on, probably not going to. I like to sometimes eliminate guys for certain reasons. Rory, he can still do it, but he has that blister under his little toe.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed to rear its ugly head at the end of the round yesterday. He finished with 4 straight bogeys.
His worst finish to any round ever. Of course, I don't think most people will be holding that against Rory just because, he's coming off back-to-back Masters wins and his Grand Slam. So if Rory ends up falling out of the tournament, doesn't end up making the cut, I don't think it's the end of the world for him.
Nope.
And I still think there's going to be some good golf around the tournament this weekend besides Rory, and I think some of the guys that I wasn't even expecting going into it, I've started to do my research and stuff. And Russell Henley was a guy that I really liked after day one. He just has had good history at this course. Back in 2018, I want to say it was, what was the tournament there? I'm drawing a blank. It wasn't the US Open, but the most previous, I think it was the BMW.
Yep.
was at the same course in 2018. Yeah, that's what it was, the BMW Championship. And Keegan Bradley ended up winning that, but
yeah, he minus 20. He won that one.
Henley was amazing during that tournament. Yep. And so I expect him to perform like that again this weekend. He did that after day one. He's kind of one of my sleepers. I don't know if you've got any names that you're sticking out there.
Well, I'm obviously going to, you have to have Scotty in your group. So yep. I got Scotty. I'm going to go with Cameron Young because he's just been playing such great golf this year. I wasn't sure. And I know we discussed Colin Morikawa before.
Yes.
I know he got the back issue. I love the way he performs. He's been great at majors. And when I did some research on him, there's a reason you might like him this weekend because he's fourth in stroke gained from 100 to 150 yards. Okay. So you start talking about the shorter game. He's fourth on the tour in that. He's sixth in driving accuracy. So he can get the ball out there. He's one of the top 5 in getting it close. And on bent grass greens, he leads the field in putting since 2025.
Wow.
So you start to put those things together and you can say, if his back holds up, Colin Morikawa might be a guy you look at.
See, and again, it's really him and Rory. It all depends on those injuries this weekend, whether or not that's going to hinder them.
Yep.
Those guys really could shine. I mean, Morikawa's due too, because that back has been bothering him for quite some time now. So if he can get that under wraps and get back to his normal game, this is a course he should dominate. I love the Morikawa poll.
Shane, that's the only thing holding him back, by the way, is his back.
I know. Yeah, for real. The only thing holding him up is his back. Yep. His opponents this weekend, he's got some good competition in the field. Shane Lowry's one guy I'm looking at. I think Shane is another one who's a seasoned vet, can get it done, but
always shows up in majors too. Something about him. He's just a big game player.
Right. So. I like Shane this weekend. Another one that I've been telling you all week that I feel like, again, is due for a major is my guy, Ricky Fowler.
Yep.
I feel like Ricky.
A lot of people on him this week. So
I feel like Ricky, and at the beginning of the week, I think his odds opened up, of course, subject to change. I think it was plus 8,800,
yep.
which I love those odds for a win anyways. I mean, even for, top 10, he was, I think, +3, +5, somewhere in that range to finish in the top 10. So I really like his top 10 odds. Definitely check that out. And I think Ricky's a guy I'm gonna look to dominate this weekend. If he can get through that curse of his majors curse, he can't get it done at the majors is the only thing.
And everyone loves. Everyone wants Ricky to win. He's like everyone's favorite player. He's just like he's a good guy,
right?
So you want him to win, but
he
has had that majors
curse. Yeah,
it's whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he's got the monkey on his back. He can't get it off. So look for Ricky to maybe shine this weekend. But of course, Scotty's the big name.
Right.
Scotty's the big name in the field. He's been the best around, for a couple of years now since Tiger really fell off. Scotty's been the number one guy. I feel like lately it's been Rory stealing that shine.
And I think Scotty's been a little bit off. Scotty
agree.
Being off is still almost better than anybody in the world. So he's 100%. Really him being slave. I'll give you two more. Just they're more favorite. Ludwig Edberg, only because he got 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s his last 6 starts, and he's like the number 1 ball striker in the world. So he hasn't broken through it. He's a guy that's one of these times he's going to break through and win.
The bet heads they'll love the Adberg poll because they love the TGL here on the Bet This. So the bet heads will love that poll if they remember back to the Great Bay Golf Club.
And one more I'm going to give you is Matty Fitzpatrick, the good Irishman. He's long and accurate off the tee. And he's 3rd on the tour right now, tee to green again. So he's good at getting off the tee, and then he's got that short game. So you put that combination together. Guy you could also see up there this weekend as well.
I like the Matt Fitzpatrick poll. Now, let me try and get the scoreboard live here just while we're doing this at the moment.
And the funny thing about the course while you're looking at this too, so it's funny because it's a par 70, but it only has 2 par 5s in this one.
Yes.
Which is different setup than most courses.
And again, that's where that short game comes into play.
Correct.
Without those par 5s and only having one on each 9, essentially, you don't have to worry about hitting it far off the tee. And someone like going back to, we said, Morikawa,
exactly,
his precision off the tee is going to be so important this weekend.
It really is, and the thing is, it's like you can hit along, but it's where you set the ball for that approach shot, and that's where these guys have to figure it out.
And that's what separates great golfers from people like you and I, who and you're a lot better than I am, but
that's setting the bar low.
is they know how to set up the next shot.
Right,
They're
exactly.
always thinking about the next shot, and on a course like this where precision is important, on a Donald Ross course, that is super important for a weekend like this. There was a couple of more names I just wanted to throw out there. Some names that you and I were discussing again before we turned on the lens and on the mics for those listening on the Pulse of New Hampshire. Chris Gotterup, someone
that's my
you were
sneaky
talking
pick this week. I told you that.
That's the sleeper for Doc. Gotterup currently after round 1 He is going into, actually, I think he's going into day 3.
He finished today.
He finished day 2.
He shot -5 here on Friday.
Yes.
-5 for the round today.
He's tied for second with one of my other favorites, Matsuyama, who's up there. Jason Day's in the mix as well. Some names to look out for. But the name that you mentioned earlier, one that I'm also going to ride with is Cameron Young.
I'm telling you, don't sleep on this guy. He's great.
Cameron Young, top 10, looks incredible this weekend. He's -3 today on round 2, done for the day. So he's tied for top 10, and it's tied for second above that. So it's pretty much everyone's tied for second, and then after that, it's tied for top 10. So Cameron Young right in the mix, and a couple of other names before we quickly end the segment. Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth, 2 guys.
Jordy can get the Grand Slam. He finishes. He's been trying to do this for how many years? Like 10 years now.
I would.
He
love
can finish
that.
the career Grand Slam if he gets it done at the PGA.
We'll go for. Before we end the segment, let me look up Jordan Spieth's Grand Slam odds if I can find.
I think he started the day. He was about to tee off, but he was -1. So he had
plus 2,800 to win. So that's his Grand Slam odds. If you want to ride out the Spieth train with us, me and Doc here going with Spieth, as well as a couple of other guys. Henley, one of my picks. Got her up for you.
Got her up. Yep. Giddy up. Got her up. There you
go. Scotty is the favorite. So stick around with us. We're going to get Jay Dawg back in the studio here in a second. We're going to talk some more sports. WNBA is back. Stick around here on Bet This. All right, Jay Dawg. WNBA futures, but first, thank you to Doc for helping us with the PGA Championship.
As you know, one of those golfers is going to be my lock of the week.
Yes, we'll get to that during the lightning round.
Yep.
But first, let's get to the WNBA futures, and we'll have to go through a little quickly because we've got to get the rankings in as well.
For MLB and MLS.
Yes. So
we're going to do WNBA rankings next week, by the way.
And we're going to do a WNBA slate. But first, I want to talk futures.
Yeah.
Give me your 30-second elevator pitch on WNBA this season and why I should watch it.
30 seasons, you're going to have legends. You're going to honor. They're honoring the entire history of the game. You know, it started in 1997, and you're going to have improvement. What I mean by improvement, I mean Paige Bueckers taking the next step up. We talked about that in the first segment. We're also going to see Caitlin Clark, if she stays healthy, and I think she will, come into her own as one of the best players in the history of the WNBA. You're going to see also, I think you're also going to see Angel Reese with a good change of scenery with Atlanta. I think now this works for her.
Okay.
But I think you're going to see a lot of improvement, and you're going to see a lot more great basketball.
Okay. Let's get into our WNBA futures. We're going to start off with the championship. Opening odds up. NY Liberty are plus 200. You've got the Las Vegas Aces at plus 400. Indiana Fever plus 550. Atlanta Dream plus 600. The Lynx in Minnesota plus 850. And the Wings out of Dallas plus 2,200 to open up your odds. And then obviously the rest of the league falls under that. Who are you picking to win the championship this year?
I think I'm going to take the Indiana Fever. I think Caitlin Clark takes the next step up. And again, she's in her 3rd year. She was not healthy last year.
Yes.
And you've got Aaliyah Boston as well. So you've got that dynamic duo. The Dallas Wings, I think, are going to be much improved with Paige Bueckers, AZ Fudd. Also, look for Nafisa Collier. I know she had the injury last year, which kind of hampered the Minnesota Lynx towards the end. Look for them to be in the thick of things. And the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty are the best of the best until further notice. I think, though, Indiana takes that next step up.
Who is your regular season MVP this year?
I think it's going to be Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson opens up the odds at plus 240. Caitlin Clark right behind her at plus 250. And then Breanna Stewart plus 800. Paige Bueckers plus 1,000. It falls off after that. I think Caitlin Clark might take it. I just think she's really impressive, obviously. Again, but it all depends on health.
Health and taking the next step up for the Indiana Fever. If they can get this to this next step up, if you're in that vanguard of the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces, that's pretty good company. Don't sleep on the Golden State Valkyries. They made the playoffs last year. They're a second-year team. They're getting value as we speak. And Portland Fire, unfortunately, they're an expansion team. And the Toronto Tempo, they're going to go through it. But, again, you never know. There could be a team that sneaks in there, but they're going through it right now. Expansion in the WNBA. You got Cleveland coming. You got Philly coming. And you got Detroit. So
who is your rookie of the year?
I think AZ Fudd.
I was going to say AZ Fudd as well.
Although Lauren Betts could make a run for that too.
Lauren Betts is plus 1,800. AZ Fudd plus 1,000. Olivia Miles opens up the odds at minus 220.
There's a possibility that Liv could definitely get the rookie of the year.
I think we'll both pick AZ here.
So Liv could win Roy.
We've got the defensive player of the year, Asia Wilson, opening up the odds at plus 200. Who are you taking for defensive player of the year?
Asia Wilson.
Okay.
I think she's just in her absolute prime right now. There's just no stopping her.
I think I'm going to go Membounds. Okay. I'm going to go Angel Reese with plus 1,200 odds. I really like the plus money there.
Yeah.
And I think that she's obviously a more defensive player.
She is. And you know what also? I think a good change of scenery from the Chicago Sky now to the Atlanta Dream.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So that is our future discussion here. Real quick, Jay Dawg, we're going to pick our WNBA games for this weekend.
Yes.
Next week, we'll throw it in with like the Sunday slate.
Because we're going to have the rankings for the WNBA next week.
So for this week, we've got Seattle at Indiana, 6:00 tonight.
I'll take Indiana.
Okay. We've got Chicago at Minnesota.
I will take Minnesota.
We've got Toronto at LA.
LA. And by the way, one of my parlays for LA would be Kelsey Plum Arsenal. Yes, you saw we didn't mention her. Well, we're going to mention her. KPA. We're going to mention KPA. She's going to have 15 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. That's my parlay for KPA.
Perfect. KPA 15, 10, and 5 assists. And I've got 2 Monday games for you just because we've got a couple of games to throw in there. Washington at Dallas, those Wings on Peacock Monday night.
I'll take Dallas.
All right. And then
the Mystics are improved, though.
Connecticut at Portland, 10:00 on Monday night.
I'm going to take Portland in an upset.
Okay.
This is the last year of the Connecticut Sun, by the way. They will be the Houston Comets come 2027.
J-Dog, take us to those power rankings, MLB and MLS.
Yes, here we go. We're going to start at number 10, the St. Louis Cardinals. That NL Central division is incredible. At number 9, the A's of Nowhere. They're in first place. At number 8, the defending champ Los Angeles Dodgers. I like that they're down, though. At number 7, the Milwaukee Brewers. At number 6, the first place Cleveland Guardians. It's rivalry weekend, and they're taking on the Cincinnati Reds. At number 5, the New York Yankees. At number 4, the first place Tampa Bay Rays. At number 3, the San Diego Padres, neck and neck with LA. At number 2, the Chicago Cubs, last week's number 1. And the best team in all of the Major League Baseball, number 1, the Atlanta Braves.
They are incredible right now.
Yeah.
It's just head to toe. And you know what I heard an announcer saying recently was, and I hadn't thought about it until recently, until I heard it, was Matt Olson might be a Hall of Famer. He's on the track.
He's in that path. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that he is playing a big role in
one of the reasons why the Braves are one of the best.
Why Atlanta can continue to.
It's not going to be a week for the Red Sox, is it?
No,
not likely.
Not looking forward to it.
MLS rankings at number 10, Chicago. At number 9, NYC, New York City. At number 8, LAFC. At number 7, Salt Lake. At number 6, the New England Revolution. How about those Revs?
Yeah,
you know about those Revs?
I do.
At number 5, the Seattle Sounders. At number 4, the champ Inter Miami. At number 3, Nashville. At number 2, looks like they're going to be moving soon, Vancouver. And at number 1, the San Jose Earthquakes.
Still holding it down at number 1, San Jose. J-Dog, we have just a couple of seconds. I think let's get ready for the lightning round as we go through the rest of this edition of Bet This. Time for the lightning round.
Hey, I'm Harrison, and this is my album, Better Off Dead. You're watching Bet This.
And Dog, it is that time. But before we get there, of course, let the bet heads know what's going on the Pulse of New Hampshire this weekend.
Okay, on Saturday, and it'll be starting 6:15 pregame, 7:15 first pitch. It is the Red Sox and the Braves in Cumberland, interleague. Former Boston team versus current Boston team in Cumberland, Georgia. Then Sunday, 12:35 will be the finale before the Sox head out to KC to take on the Royals. Don't forget, on Monday on the Pulse Podcast Network, we've got J-Dog's wrestling match of the month, CM Punk, when he was the World Heavyweight Champion, against the Animal Batista, WWE's 2008 Great American Bash. And then on Tuesday, for J-Dog's boxing bout of the month, which will be on at noon, the playback is under the Bet This umbrella. It will be the rematch between Roy Jones Jr., who was the light heavyweight champion at the time, versus the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. Before he was Mason the Line Dixon and Rocky Balboa, he was the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. That is the second fight that they had back in 2004. We'll have that for you at noon on Tuesday on the Pulse Podcast Network.
You know what time it is now.
Would that be the lightning round? No, the thunder round. I think all of Orlando, I think all of them heard you.
Yeah. The thunder from down under. The lightning round is here, ready to rock and roll.
Here we
The
go.
final segment of Bet This, and let's get right into it. We're going to do baseball today. We've got some MMA fights to talk about, couple of hockey games potentially,
We got UFL
and UFL.
And we also have, by the way, we have the Preakness, which is going to be at a different location because their current location is under construction.
Right. We're not getting into
We're just letting you know what's going on.
Also, no NASCAR this week. It's All-Star race
and my
this
lock
week.
of the week is Rory McIlroy at the PGA Championship, a top 10 finish.
My lock of the week, by the way, was UFL.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. By my parlay, it's a baseball parlay. I've got 3 games. I'm just doing 3 wins,
Okay.
3 teams to win. Rangers to win on Saturday today, Red Sox to win, and the Mariners to win tonight as well. That's my parlay.
Tonight.
Yes. And then the my lock of the week was a UFL game we'll get to in a second. J Dawg,
Yep.
let's go through these picks quickly.
Here we go.
Your Saturday slate of baseball games, we've got leading off Arizona in Colorado.
Zona.
Heard.
This is rivalry weekend, by the way, in baseball.
We've got Baltimore at Washington.
Ooh, I'll take the Natties.
Natty's heard. We've got Philly and Pittsburgh.
Philadelphia.
We've got the Marlins in Tampa.
Ooh, I'll take the Tampa Bay Rays.
We've got Cincinnati and Cleveland. We've got the White Sox hosting the Cubbies. Brewers at the Twins.
Brewers.
I had to think about that. Rangers at Houston.
Rangers. Houston is. We may be finding a victim for bet against it could be bet against the Astros.
Oh, I'd love that. We've got the Red Sox in Atlanta.
You pick them because
I'm picking the Sox
Okay.
only because Toley's on the mound this week for Saturday.
Oh, for Saturday, yeah.
We've got Yankees at Mets.
Mets, baby.
Same. Padres at Mariners.
That's the Vetter Cup. I'm going to take the San Diego Padres.
Oh, okay. We've got Dodgers at Angels.
Angels.
And San Francisco at the A's.
See, this used to be the battle by the Bay, but that's not the case anymore. They're trying, but I'm going to take the Giants.
Oh, really? Wow. All right, Sunday, Miami and Tampa.
Miami.
Baltimore, Washington.
I'll take Baltimore.
Boston, Atlanta.
Again, you pick them.
I'll pick Boston, but I don't feel confident. Philly and Pittsburgh.
I'll take Pittsburgh.
We've got Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Cleveland.
New York and New York.
Mets.
We've got Toronto and Detroit.
Ooh, I'll take Toronto.
Chicago and Chicago.
I'll take the Cubbies.
Brew Crew and the Twins.
Twins in this one.
We've got Rangers at Houston.
I'll take the Rangers.
Kansas City at St. Louis.
St. Louis.
And Zona at Colorado.
I'll take Colorado in this one.
And then a couple more games. San Francisco at the A's.
A's.
Dodgers and Angels.
Angels.
And Dads and Mariners.
Mariners.
And then Monday, a couple of matchups just to watch out for. Atlanta's taking on Miami, Baltimore taking on Tampa, Cincy and Philly, Cleveland, Detroit, New York, Washington, Toronto, New York, Boston, KC, Houston, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Chicago, Texas, Colorado, A's at the Angels.
It's a big 4-game series, by the way, for Cleveland when they're at Detroit.
White Sox, Mariners, Dodgers, Padres, San Francisco, and the Diamondbacks. J Dawg, Game 6 of the NHL in Montreal, Buffalo.
That would be the Stanley Cup playoffs conference. Those would be the semifinals.
Yes, Buffalo taking on Montreal in
This
Montreal.
is going 7. I'm going to take Buffalo to get a big win in Montreal, then go to a Game 7, I think Monday, and then take it.
You think Buffalo's taking Game
Buffalo.
7?
Yeah, I have Buffalo in the conference finals.
All right, we'll take that both days. UFL, let's jump into it. Gamblers at the Battlehawks, Saturday at 3 p.m.
Kaka, I'm taking the Battlehawks.
Heard that, same. And then Sunday, this is my lock of the week, Aviators at the Stallions.
I'm going to take the Aviators.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I took the Battlehawks on the spread. I forgot. I took the spread on the Battlehawks. It was minus 7.5. You're taking the Aviators. Yep. Heard that, Dog. Last couple of notes that we just want to get out there before we run out of time, because time is precious as always. Some MMA going on this weekend. You can bet on, not UFC, it's MVP. Ronda Rousey's fighting. Nate Diaz is fighting, and so is Francis Ngannou.
Ronda Rousey's taking on Gina Carano. Don't forget that. Yeah,
those are the big names, but I feel like their opponents aren't as big as they are. And I'm not really interested as much because it's not UFC. If it was UFC, I'd feel a little bit better,
gotcha.
But not as credible of a.
I'm minorly interested. Interested.
Just because of Ronda's. That's all. I agree. I like Nate Diaz, like his fight style, and he's just a clown sometimes. But so I'll probably try and find highlights or watch a little, but I'm not going all in like I usually do on UFC. Mm. But that does it for this edition of Bet This. Again, thank you to the Doctor of Rock. Shout out to Doc joining J Dawg and I. J Dawg had to step out, but he joined Bet This. So thank you, Doc. And thank you, Bet Heads, for joining us. Make sure you follow us again on all socials. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. And make sure, if you're going to bet
this.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bet This is for entertainment purposes only. Always gamble responsibly and never wager more than you can afford to lose. Our advice is not a guarantee of success. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org for resources.